And hello once again, this is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents, airing exclusively live on 1240 AM WGBV 95.9 FM. Back in the studio for another episode, and I happen to be graced with the presence of none other than Dr. Michele Reed. She's in the building.
How are you doing, Ted?
I'm doing great. Great to see you.
Yes, I'm great to be here. And, you know, I'm so sorry that Rich was not here because now I get to move from the end of the table to sit right across from you.
Oh, please stop it.
So, Rich, I am keeping your seat nice and warm. And because of you, I got to move up in the world.
Stop it. Stop it.
Wow.
We're all equals.
Thank you, Rich.
We're all equals.
Enjoy your time off.
The Fit Doc is in the building. It's always a special occasion to have her here. You know? I mean, usually it's the world tour, it's the book tour, it's the relaunch of the website. We're going to talk all about that later on. We're also going to talk about, what are we talking about? I think we had one special guest this evening at segment 3, Dr. Michele, Miss Lindsay Slutzsky from Jiobit.
Sports Talk 1240 is...
Oh. Yeah, she's going to be joining us to talk about, I'm not sure if you realize, we always have all different types of entrepreneurs on the show, small business owners. Noting that you're not a small business owner or anything like that.
Yes,
you're big time.
No,
you're big time. We understand that. We love you. We're just so happy to have you here.
Your drama just kills me. Oh my god.
No, oh my goodness. So
sit around and think about what to say to me today.
Of course. When I pulled in to the lot and I saw
I beat you.
You beat me
I was
here.
sitting in the parking lot for about 10 minutes waiting
here.
for you so I could get into the building
to see you, and I said, it says Dr. Michele, she's here.
And then you had me standing outside in the cold like 5 minutes waiting for you to get off the phone.
Never. That's never the case. But so ways to watch the show. You're going to be watching us shortly on YouTube live. Not today because the camera in question, I'm still reconfiguring it.
Oh, okay.
I applied maybe an additional layer of security, and I really shouldn't have applied it.
So you made it too secure that you can't even operate it now.
Can't even operate it.
Man, you are really an IT whiz.
So I sat there and I said, okay, why does it work at home, but it doesn't work in the studio here? And I'm sitting back like, oh my goodness. So we will be, in the next upcoming weeks, we will be available on YouTube Live or Facebook Live. Made the investment to get a camera for us.
So do you think we're going to go live from the book relaunch on Sunday?
We might.
That would be great.
We might be able to. We might be able to. Stay tuned on that.
Okay.
So you got that. You'll be able to watch us on YouTube. If not, for the folks that do listen to us, to the 15 or so affiliates, we want to thank you guys that play the show religiously. All right. The producer tells us to keep talking. There's clicking and all different types going on here. But
I was just wondering if we were getting taken off the air.
Oh, well, no, because I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
What happened to the theme music today?
There's a question. You got a lot of good questions. But you can follow us on latenightparents.com. You can also follow the Twitter feed and the Facebook feed also. We're making some changes to the website. You're not the only one making changes to your website, Dr. Michele.
Wow.
Okay? So we're going to add in, hopefully, a video feed. Working on that now. So with small clips, let's say, like the best of clips. Because, attention spans nowadays, do you really trust people to watch, a 50-minute show?
So then how long are the clips going to be then?
I'm thinking max about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
About 8 to 10 minutes. That's about the length of time I think now nowadays with some of our millennials that like to listen to the show. We do have a millennial audience. Do you know that?
We do. Where?
We do. I'm not sure where, but that's what we're driving towards.
See, I'm throwing out all of these questions, some good quality
Oh
questions.
my goodness!
And I don't feel any answers coming back.
None of the answers are coming back. You know, I think the reason why I've been back and forth, not really forthright with you, is because we had to spring forward. And I don't know about you, but I feel a little loopy.
Oh, I am ready to go take a nap. Maybe I'm even ready to go to bed and just wake up tomorrow morning fresh.
I'm serious. So, before we get into that, we have some daylight saving tips for teens. I want to tell you an event I attended this week. I would, how do I say it? There's a lot of good people that put together an event called Esports Activate. It was at the Sony PlayStation Theater in Midtown Manhattan. My buddy, one of my longtime friends, invited me to it because it talked about not just esports, but it talked about competitive gaming. The esports industry is almost $1 billion industry.
Wow.
Nowadays, you see esports aired, whether it's on TBS, ESPN, TNT, CBS Sports. You not only have the broadcasters or the broadcast networks and also cable networks, but you also have teams getting involved with esports. You know, so from the Cleveland Cavaliers, various NBA teams and MLB teams. So it's just something, and it's something to reach, I guess, a different genre, a different industry, and that industry is the millennials. Because if you sit here and you think about it, okay, what's the average person that goes to watch a baseball game or a football game? Maybe about 54, 55. But that demographic, that younger demographic out there that's, you know, pre-34, 35 years old, they're heavily into the device that you have in your hand. They're really not heavy on the, I guess,
being present and watching it live.
Right, having an actual interaction and an interaction with people. So it's the virtual interaction. So it was an all-day event. Met a lot of people. Going to have one of the founders from Thursday's event. I believe his name is Amari Harris. He's going to be joining us in hopefully maybe in April or May to talk about how he put the event together. I mean, like I said, very, very, very impressive. I mean, in more ways than one, I would love to just know, how did you get the sponsorship?
So now, what exactly did you do there?
So,
and who else was there? Besides the fact that I wasn't invited. Because you get all of these really, really, really good invitations.
Stop.
I understand I don't work in Manhattan, but I do travel into Manhattan if I have to, if I get a good invitation.
Next event I get, you're coming. That's this Thursday. I believe it's also in Midtown, and it's to watch March Madness.
Watch March Madness where?
At a tavern or a pub.
Oh my
You're more than
goodness.
welcome. I mean,
oh my goodness.
You can say, okay, Ted, that alcohol consumption that's going into your system, maybe you need to slow it down right there.
So I'm going to go in to monitor you. I mean, I love basketball. I do. I love college basketball. But like this year, I haven't been able to really watch March Madness. Too much stuff is going on. I just need to take some days off from work so I could watch it.
Well, officially, the brackets were just released. And the teams were released, I would say about an hour ago on TBS. So I think starting Tuesday, the 68 teams that are going to be involved is going to actually start, and it's going to kick into the actual tournament. Is going to kick into place. It's going to be something great. It's going to be something great.
It's always great, though.
Yes, it is.
It's always, each and every time.
I mean, before the show started, I heard You were on the phone talking about some basketball. Was it you just recently at a basketball event?
Me?
Yeah.
The boys had tournaments all this weekend. They had 2 tournaments.
Okay. I thought you were attending because the Barclays Center had something. I think the ACC wrapped up. Mm-hmm. The ACC division wrapped up Saturday night. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's March Madness is a good time. I mean, of course, you want to watch the amount of alcohol that you put into your system, but it's a great time to get together with friends and colleagues from all over, and you can watch the games.
Oh, most definitely. No, I mean, it is. Have a few drinks and, of course, some chicken wings.
I just want to say the fact that our very own Dr. Michele says, have a couple of drinks and chicken wings.
Some chicken wings, some hot wings. But then again, I don't eat chicken anymore, so I don't know. I'll have some nachos.
Oh, my goodness. You are funny. So
I'm going to have to politely decline your invitation for Thursday because I do have another engagement.
Rich is coming on Thursday.
Well, the two of you can hang out together.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll be in the city, but I'll be at another engagement.
Ah, okay. I got it. See, I was thinking since I mentioned Rich would be there, then, you'd be like, well, you know what? That doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, no. I mean, you two could have a really nice time.
Plan to.
I know you guys will.
So I got a couple of questions for you. Daylight saving tips for teens. I know your guys are they no, they're not pre-teens. They are actually teens now.
My twins will be 14.
14.
In less than a month from now.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you believe that?
I can't.
And they're both taller than me. Because I'm really tall.
Oh, stop. Stop. So this is Late Night Parents with Dr. Michele and Ted. We are here. Rich is not here. I'm not really sure where Rich is.
But that's okay, Rich. I'm keeping your seat nice and warm, and like I said earlier, I got to move up in the world.
Rich, help.
I got a promotion.
Oh, my goodness. So here are some tips for, I guess, teens for daylight savings time.
But I don't think they're just for teens. I think they pertain to everybody.
Oh,
so
okay.
Definitely tonight, Ted, go to bed at least 15 to 45 minutes early.
Guess what? When I came back from church today, I took a nap for about 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
And that good type of sleep where you wake up and it's just...
But you probably went to bed late last night, though.
Did I? I think I did.
That's probably what happened.
I think I did.
You went to bed late.
I think I
last
did.
Night.
Because what was on? Yeah, it was boxing was on last night.
Oh.
Boxing.
Were you watching that boxing match where it was like outdoor, indoor, and people were sitting there and they were getting wet in the rain?
No.
Oh, I don't know which one that was. Scott was watching something last night.
Was he watching Showtime?
I don't know what channel it was.
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out. I was like, why are those people getting wet? And he said, it's like in a tent they were watching the match.
Okay. But, so you say gradually go to bed 15 to 45 minutes early.
Earlier. What your normal bedtime would be.
Okay.
But I think as you get a little older, maybe 30 to 45 minutes earlier.
You just took a shot at me.
I did not. I mean, you already had your nap, so you can go to bed at your regular time tonight.
Which will be about in 2 hours.
Yeah, but then the key thing is to make sure you shut down your electronics, period.
Gotcha.
And if you can shut them down 30 minutes before you normally do,
okay,
just go ahead and get that done.
So
but you need some restful sleep.
So at times, for you, being a doctor and everything else like that, are you allowed to shut down your devices or not?
Everyone's allowed to do whatever they want to do.
No, but I'm saying.
Well, I do have an answering service.
Okay.
But whenever I'm on call,
right,
I don't shut my phone down.
Okay.
But when I am on call, I have to be able to access my phone. So the ringer will be on, and if it goes off, then I have to answer.
Okay.
But otherwise, I usually shut it down.
Okay. So in our world, we're kind of on call all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's the outage, and depending on how major the outage is, the firm that we use to monitor the system at the school starts to go up the tree. So there have been times when I do get the call, and let's say if it's 3:00 in the morning, and I'm like, okay, everyone else is asleep. You're calling me. There's really a problem. So
is that because no one else answered the phone?
Right, because no one else answered the phone.
Note to self:
get new people.
Yes.
What about schedule? What about schedule? What's your thoughts on sticking to a specific schedule?
Well, that's always best. Like, try to go to bed at the same time every day.
Okay.
We were talking about the Netflix show, 7 Seconds.
Oh, we can't talk that yet. No. We can't talk that yet. Allison has to be here.
Oh, Allison,
where's Allison?
Where are you, Allison?
She was contracted to be here for this show, and she's not here. I'm not a happy camper.
But did you ever think about maybe Allison and I are really the same person? Because you never see the two of us together at the show.
It's true.
But on another note, since we can't talk about the show, I stayed up watching a Netflix series.
What series was that?
7 Seconds.
I thought we can't talk about the show, and here you go, right back there.
You asked
right
me.
back there. It's just like, okay, I'm here. You know what? Let me go here again.
So that really threw off my sleep pattern because
Really?
I stayed up really late watching it.
We have to talk about it. We have to talk. Regina King is phenomenal.
Yes. Oh
Phenomenal.
my goodness.
She really is. What else was... We're not talking about daylight saving time tips anymore. We're talking about... You want to talk about Regina King. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So
Allison's not calling in.
Okay, so let's backtrack.
She's nowhere to be found.
We'll backtrack. So
That's
we're talking about...
This thing is totally off the rails. Totally off the rails right now. I'm ready to go home.
We're truly unscripted here today.
Yes.
I think it started going down when you started saying, okay, come hang out with me in the city. And it's an invite for Thursday to go to a tavern.
But
not even like a nice place, but like a tavern.
Yeah. I mean, and there's no chairs. I didn't tell you. There's no chairs.
So I'm definitely not.
Everyone's just standing around and the screens everywhere and you're just like...
No, that's
it's
okay.
great.
It probably
It's
has
great.
sticky floors, so...
Oh, totally.
I'm not going to be there. But, but it's key if you do stick to a regular schedule. Go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time. Your body needs to stay as regular as possible because that affects your hormones. That affects your energy level.
Can I share this with you that today, so I went to service, as I usually do, and you dressed like you went to service too, did you?
I had a meeting before I came here.
Okay. So you dressed up to go to the meeting?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness. See, there's certain times that if we had the camera going right now, the camera would just pan on your face and how disgusted you are with me.
I can't with you today, Ted. I should have left you alone too. Maybe that's what it was. I just didn't get the text message.
I
didn't get the text message because my phone that I just got is having
the S9? Is that the S9?
It's the 8 Plus.
You went iPhone?
No, Galaxy.
Oh, okay, but isn't the latest one the S9? Or
it's the 9.
Is the 9?
This is the 8 Plus.
Oh, okay.
I got mine before the 9 announcement. And
okay.
Yeah, so
don't you hate that?
It's very moody. I'm missing text messages. I might be talking to someone and it'll just die, and
don't you hate that?
I have to call them back. But that's the first time I ever had a problem with Samsung.
Really?
But it's all rectified. Verizon is working on it for me, so
they're working on it on your line per se, or they're working on getting you another device?
Oh no,
or?
I have to just call them back. I missed the call yesterday to order my new phone.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want another S8 Plus. I want a 9 Plus.
Want a 9 Plus? All right. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. I mean, it's. We were talking about phones last week that they're so expensive. that there's options out there now from other providers that are not AT&T or Verizon that will allow you to lease the phone.
Oh, yes.
Like a car? Really?
Yeah. I mean, the lady had told me if I wanted my phone sooner, I can go ahead and pay, I think she was like $800 and something and get reimbursed. And I was like, no, I'll wait for you to buy it back.
Okay. So...
But I mean, but some people do lease. Instead of right out paying close to $1,000 for a phone. I remember when the phones used to be free.
Yeah, when they were subsidized. Oh, no, wait, you're not even talking about subsidized prices.
No, the phones used to be free.
But the phones weren't like this. They were like more like just like a regular phone.
They were still a phone. It was whatever was popular
then. That's
then.
a mini computer right there, Doc. Come on.
Whose industry do you work for? Let me stop. Who's lining your pocket? I'm a little concerned here.
Everyone that offers.
Oh my gosh.
We take on all comers, all right?
You probably received a free cell phone, did you?
No. Not at all, but we are going to have AT&T, some folks from AT&T, they're going to be joining. Well, they won't be in the studio. They'll be dialing in the next couple of upcoming weeks to talk about different services and plans that they're providing in specific hot cities. New York is considered a hot city along with Chicago, and I think they were talking about Chicago. Well, New York, and I'm not sure if it was Chicago, but I know they were talking about a couple of cities in the Northeast that they're focusing on, because not only are they ready to provide you with your phone, but also if you're interested in like DirecTV Now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all different types of aggressive packaging.
So do you think we can get a great deal?
No, not at all. But we can get a great segment out of them. The other reason they're going to be joining us, and I'm not sure if it's the same person, but we're going to talk about what AT&T is doing for public safety in our schools and colleges. Because that's always a hot topic, because we always talk about emergency notification, who's providing the latest types of features, that because when a situation happens, and our next guest is coming up shortly, but when there's an emergency, how do you get that information out to students, staff, and faculty, parents, all the above? So we're going to be talking about that in a couple of weeks. We're kind of loose on the dates. I'm waiting for them to come back to me, and I reached out to a few other people, because I want to let you know, you look at this place right here and you say, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Well, we just hear the phone ring also like that. But we're like, this place is awesome. But I'm chasing down leads, Dr. Michele, all day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all day. I'm chasing down leads. I'm just doing this all for you and Rich, so that you guys can just come on and just say, oh, okay, this is great.
Aww.
But
and we deeply appreciate all the hard work.
Yeah, right. Sure you do.
And all I get is a lousy invitation to go and hang out. Wait, why didn't we get tickets to go and watch the the conference games this past weekend? That would have been really good. I know you have some connections. You're really withholding information from me today.
Turned it down. I turned it down.
On your behalf or the show's behalf?
I just turned it down because I don't know. There were two offers. One was so on Thursday when I went to the esports event, there was an event for a hockey game. The Rangers against the Winnipeg Jets.
I love hockey. I love hockey.
I now that I know that, and I was telling this story to someone else, and they mentioned the same thing. So the next time I get an offer, that was from our friends, which it was a data provider that offered. They offered hockey tickets. They offered basketball tickets, and I was just like,
do you see my face right now?
I know it's not happy. It's not the smiley face that we're used to seeing. But without further ado.
I think I should have just stayed in the parking lot.
No, not at all. I goofed on that one. I admit to it. I'm not perfect. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll forgive you this time.
That's what I usually say at home. I'm not perfect, okay?
All right.
Okay. Do you ever say to your loved one that you're not perfect? No? You don't want to answer that.
Okay, Lindsay's on the line now.
So as we were talking before, so our featured guest, Lindsay Slutzsky, is on the line, but I wanted to let you know, Dr. Michele, that I found out about her wonderful company called Jiobit from the New York Post. That I like. Yes,
you read the Post?
I read the Post. Read the Post, the Daily. So what? You think if it's just not some type of e-news, news reader or come on?
I'm just saying.
Is there a problem with reading the Post?
No, go ahead.
I also read the Daily News also, okay?
Go right ahead. I'm listening.
You have to see sides from the left and from the right. Come on. You can't, will I ever say that I watch Fox News? No. But was I on Fox News? Yes, I was. But it's okay. Oh my goodness. So I've asked Dr. Michele a couple of questions. She hasn't answered. I think I totally she has that kind of perturbed look right now, but it's okay. We're still right here. We're totally off the rails. We were talking about public safety. We were talking about that we were going to have AT&T and a few other folks that are going to be joining us a few weeks ago, but I noticed a tragedy happened a few weeks ago at Parkland, Florida.
Yes.
At the school, and we see those young folks, and they're really doing the thing because they're not going to let this situation, just be that mark on history. But along with that, I would tell you that I was reading the newspaper, and within the newspaper, we were talking about public safety and talking about safety in schools, and I heard about a company called Jiobit because. In a story that I shared with their with Lindsay Slutzsky, there's CMO, their chief marketing officer, was about a mom that I was watching on TV. The mom on TV was being interviewed, and she stated that her son, who was nonverbal.
Oh wow!
Right. So what happens in a situation like that? Her son, her loved one, is unable to state, who he was. I guess he didn't have any type of identification on him, or if the identification was in his bag. So.
And then he was not supervised.
So you got kids, in this type of emergency situation, all bunched together. The mother doesn't know, and she's going from location to location. And that's when I stumbled upon Jiobit. So with this, I would like to bring on Lindsay Slutzsky. Lindsay, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks so much for having me.
You are welcome. We have Dr. Michele, also Lindsay, in the studio today. Lindsay, I guess we will turn the mic over to you and allow you to tell your story.
Sure. So, Jiobit was really inspired by a real-life parent panic event at a very crowded Chicago park in Chicago called Magnanimity Park. Our founder lost his son for 30 minutes. His son is fine, but it was one of those moments where he ran off and he couldn't find him. Took him 30 minutes to find him, and it left obviously a lasting impact on him. So at that point, 2 years ago, we started this company trying to make a location tracker for children so that this could never happen again. And here we are today. 2 years later, we're shipping the product and to families all over the country to try to help parents avoid this kind of panic and bring parents peace of mind. And now as the world becomes more and more uncertain, and things that happen like in Parkland, Florida, trying to bring parents that reassurance that, they can keep their kids safe.
So, Lindsay, what exactly does the Jiobit look like?
So it's a very, very small location tracker. It clips on to clothing, shoes, accessories. It pairs with the parent's smartphone and delivers real-time location alerts to the smartphone, so you'll know exactly where your child is, not only where your child is, but who they're with as well. And you'll get notifications if they leave a trusted place or a geofence. You'll get notifications if they're outside a route they would normally take. So it really just brings parents peace of mind when you have children that are the ages, of let's say 2 to 10, before smartphone age. You'll know exactly where those children are.
Lindsay, this is Ted. I just want to ask you, so I take a Jiobit, let's say, I purchase one, I receive it, I charge it, I give it to my son or my daughter who's, pre-10 years old, or I put it in their bag or on their person. What is the battery life?
So we actually have our own proprietary technology. We call it progressive beaconing. This allows us to traverse radio frequencies from Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, and GPS. That allows us to track in every location, but it also allows us to optimize battery power, so we can actually get up to 30 days of battery life on just one charge.
Perfect. Question: is it primarily for children? Is it also? Would you also include it for pets?
So we started this business with kids in mind. We're parents. We've had these problems. I've got 4 kids myself. We started it with kids in mind, and we really felt like if we can nail this for children, if we can do this for kids are obviously our most precious assets, and this can obviously work for multiple verticals. Pets kind of is the next, obvious departure that we'll make. And when we started taking pre-orders for the kids product, we got a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails from pet owners saying, hey, can I use for my pets? So we do actually have a product that's available for pets as well, Jiobit for pets. We're taking pre-orders for that now too.
How does this work? Like, say, for instance, I know if I'm doing physicals at a school, sometimes I don't get good reception. So do you have the same thing that can occur with the Jiobit?
Yeah, so we use a hybrid cellular network. We use AT&T and T-Mobile. So we can avoid, as many dead spots as possible by using this hybrid network. We're not solely mandated to one singular cellular network. But, if there are dead spots, if there are, if you are in a very, very remote area, Jiobit will work just as your cell phone will work. It's got basically all the guts and stuff as your cell phone would have.
Okay. Well, I have boys, but I mean, they're a little older now. But how does it work? Like, if kids are getting kind of rough, they tried to break it, is it waterproof? They like to walk outside without coats and things like that.
Yeah, well, hello, fellow boy mom. I've got 4 boys myself.
Oh.
I hear you. I know what you're saying. Yes, it is durable. It's waterproof. It will withstand the life of my 4 boys it has so far.
All right, perfect then.
Lindsay, I have a uncomfortable question to ask you.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. So, and totally hypothetical. Parent X has purchased a Jiobit. Mm-hmm. They have it enabled, and they have it with their child. Okay, an event happens. The child goes missing. Mm-hmm. The process to getting that information, or how easily is that information turned over, let's say, to law enforcement?
So security is something that we take extremely seriously. We've engineered our security end-to-end, over-engineered it to make sure that your data is safe, so only the parent can access that information. If your child were to go missing, you could, parent X or whoever it is whoever has access to that kid's location is going to know where that child is. I mean, our product is not a replacement for calling 911. It's not a replacement for good parenting. You need to take those steps. But if that were to happen, you would be able to know where your child is or where they last were.
As long as they have the Jiobit on, though.
Exactly.
No, I mean, because, some kids would like to play with things, loosen things, so.
Yep. Yeah, and that's why we've actually created several different attachment methods. So depending on your child and their tolerance for wearing things, special needs kids, we've got different attachments and locks that, are appropriate for different kids, and every parent, knows their child. Every child is different, every family is different. So we have different attachment methods that are, applicable to each child, and you can make that choice when you're wearing Jiobit.
This is Late Night Parents. We're talking with Lindsay Slutzsky from Jiobit. I do have a story that I want to share with you, Lindsay, and you, Dr. Michele, and also to Brian. I'll take it from here. I wish I had a Jiobit maybe about 11 years ago. And you say, why? Well, I happen to be in the mall at the local Foot Locker, and I'm buying sneakers for my daughter. So I had her, she was sitting down, and I went to reach for the sneaker. I'm looking at the sneaker. I guess I became fascinated with the sneaker. By the time I turned back to my daughter, she was gone.
Oh, wow.
And that feeling that you get, terrifying is an understatement. So before I start to lose it, and I start, well, I wasn't screeching, but looking for where she is, yelling her name, and one of the customer service reps said, "Sir, is this your daughter?" She happened to roam into the stock room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I and so that's where I kind of tie this stuff together, and I'm not sure, and in that case in time, because when parents fall out of touch with their children, or their children's go missing, I think the technology that you have here is something that should be available, and accessible to be purchased, Lindsay, at your local stores. So I shared that story with you to say, how would we purchase a Jiobit?
Sure. So right now you can purchase it right on Jiobit.com. That's Jiobit.com. And I agree with you. Modern parents are expecting more in terms of what tools they can use to parent their kids. As technology is advancing, as millennials are becoming parents, they're expecting that technology is going to help solve some serious problems for them. And the one you just described is a serious problem. If Facebook can tell me that my friends are close to me, why can't I have some kind of tool that can tell me where my children are when I'm not with them?
Exactly.
It just seems like that natural progression of where the world is going. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that this is kind of where we are going, and Jiobit is something that parents should have to help them with the hardest job in the world.
That is true. Lindsay, best ways we can find out more information. Any of our listeners want to find out more information through your social media channels or your website. So here's your opportunity to plug the Jiobit.
Sure, definitely check out Jiobit.com. If you're interested in our pets product, please go to Jiobit.com/pets. You can see us on Facebook at Jiobit for Kids. And always, when you hit those sites, you can reach out to us directly, and we're happy to answer any of your questions. We are real parents, talking to other real parents, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have.
Lindsay, here's a plug for you. I will actually say, when I was reading the New York Post and I stumbled upon your product, I did go to your website and I did click the chat feature, and within couple of within maybe 90 seconds I was actually speaking to someone. So thumbs up for what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Great response.
Great response. Hey, we want to thank you for joining us, and we want you to definitely come back.
Thank you. I'd love to. I thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much, Lindsay.
Yeah, great to meet you both. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So that was Jiobit. That was our featured guest for the week. I gotta say, Dr. Michele, I do kind of smack it out the park sometimes.
No, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
And how about the heartfelt story? That actually really did happen. And I was like,
wow.
The first thing I said to
Did you
myself,
ever tell your wife?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But while she was missing for that brief, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I said, what in the world am I going to say?
But thank God, I mean, she was just still in the store.
She was still in the store. It was.
Thank goodness for that.
So as I'm looking at the wall right here, and you see this curtain right behind you, that was the difference. That was the distance. And I was like, I don't know. I don't even know what type of sneaker I was looking at. But I was like, oh, this is cute. This is nice. And then I'm like, and I'm telling you, just like that. So when, people are so quick to judge, it can happen to anyone.
Most definitely.
It can happen.
I mean, because all it takes is a second.
It's true. It's
Just
true.
get distracted for a second and something can happen.
So this is Late Night Parents, ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. Dr. Michele is here. I am here. Ted Hicks. And Richard Valdez is not here. But he is missed. He's missed greatly. Dr. Michele, there's something happening next week in Long Island, New York, Garden City. I'm not so sure about, I haven't actually seen a flyer. I haven't seen anything, nothing. You haven't shared anything with me so that I can tweet it out or I could put it on the Facebook page. But I get it.
Ted,
you want to separate
Ted.
the Fit Doc from Late Night Parents, and we've on so many different occasions over the past couple of years, we've tried to come together to help merge each brand together to say, hey, we're there for each other. But that's not the case. But it's okay. So I will decrease and allow you to increase and tell us about what's happening next week. How do you like that?
And what I see happen sometimes
How's
is that
leading?
people rely so much on social media that they don't follow up and check their regular email too.
Wait, you did send it out an email.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, because I know that you are not a heavy fan of Facebook.
Right.
So
you did send out an email. I did.
We did create an invite on Facebook. So
Got you.
I know you didn't see that because I looked through the RSVPs and I didn't see your name listed.
But I'm going to be there.
If you're going to be there, we ask that you RSVP.
Excuse me.
That's right. And then the other thing is, we did post it on Instagram, but I'm just jumping ahead. So what we're going to be doing is we are relaunching my first book, Mentally Fit, Physically Strong. We had to make some revisions, and we're launching the Fit Doc website on Sunday, March 18th, 3 p.m., Long Island Marriott, Uniondale, New York. Everyone is invited. It is a free event. The only thing that I ask is that you RSVP to Dr. Michele with 1L at fitdoc.com. And what I've decided to do is I'm going to have my Fit crew be present. And these are people, there's not everybody, but there's some of the specialists or experts that I work closely with that I want to introduce to our Long Island community or tri-state area. Because people come into the office and they're like, I need a good dermatologist. Okay, I got one. She's going to be there. Oh, I'm interested in maybe getting my teeth cleaned. Who's a good dentist? I have a dentist. By the way, she also does Botox injections. A lot of aesthetic work. I'm just being honest here. I see people who want to have a tummy tuck or abdominoplasty, or they want to get rid of some of the fat in the area. Well, instead of traveling out of the country or going down to Florida, we have somebody right here on Long Island who can do it for you.
Will they be able to do it next week?
Well, you know what? It's not just women who go through and adjust things. It's also men. I mean, because we want people to feel confident. So he works with men and women. He'll be there. I'm really big with being fit and exercising. So we're going to have 3 fitness experts that'll be there. Let's see, who else? Chiropractic medicine.
Really?
I like to run. I like to try and stay healthy.
Which one of my friends has
nice and limber. So right down the street here from the studio is Elite Chiropractic Practice. And they're going to be there. The owner, Dr. Jen and Dr. Melissa.
Let Dr. Jen and Dr. Melissa know. They just got a free plug.
Yeah, they're right down the street, right here on Merrick.
I'll let them know next week.
I could run to their office and
I'll
run
let
back
them know
and be
next
back
week.
in 3 minutes.
Make sure you come back with a check.
Oh gosh, I can't with you today. I really can't.
Really psyched.
And then, in addition to that, we're going to have an expert in meditation and mindfulness.
Hot yoga.
Well, no, not yoga. We do have a fitness coach that is yoga certified.
Okay.
Another will be a health coach present.
Okay.
My own personal makeup stylist will be there. And she'll be doing some consultations for people.
Will it be kind of like Macy's, like you walk through Macy's and she'll be able to just like do you up, darken my eyebrows?
If anybody needs any type of enhancements or they need any beauty tips, she's going to be there.
All right.
And
I'll definitely stop by that booth.
Stop. And last but not least, we will have a sex therapist there. And she just released a book too, and she does a lot of individual, couple, and workshops talking about sexual dysfunctions and how to make things better.
So wait, the question here is it going to be set up like, like you go into a conference and everyone has a booth, or they're just going to be walking around, or kind of like, what's the plan? Like, so if I want to go there, like, when I show up, or do you give me a piece of paper and say,
well,
hey,
first you're going to register.
Okay.
And RSVP, because it is a free event. So you're going to RSVP.
Okay.
Don't say that I told you I'm coming. You RSVP to Dr. Michele with 1 L at fitdoc.com.
1 L.
Yes. So you register.
Okay.
That way I know that you're coming.
Yes.
And then when you get there, we're going to check you in. And once we check you in, then we will let you know the lay of the land. But I'm also going to interview people, and we're going to have a question and answer period too.
With all the professionals?
With the professionals.
All right. That sounds pretty interesting.
That's why I said you might as well go and come live. See?
We'll see.
I'm giving you all these good ideas.
We'll see. We'll see.
A lousy invite to hang out at a tavern with sticky floors.
I'm telling you. I mean,
no seats, but sticky floors. Come.
No seats. That's it. So.
Oh, I feel a headache.
No. Okay.
But the event is at 3:00 on Sunday the 18th. 2:00.
It's 2 to 5, right?
No, it's 3:00. It's 3:00. 3 to 5.
3 to 5. Okay.
3:00 at the Long Island Marriott in Uniondale.
I think I'm going to show up early.
You can.
I'm going to show up early.
You show up early, and then that way you'll get put to work.
Well, no. Media gets to show up early and kind of get the leg of the land prior to,
yes, I
and then we can.
We have the press. Yes. Yeah.
Are you gonna have the press there also?
Yeah, you're press.
No, I'm talking about News 12 and stuff like that.
No, you're press.
Oh, okay. Great. No, but seriously, I'm interested about next week. Some of those topics are really, really good.
All the topics are really good.
Well, all the topics are really, really good.
All the topics are really good.
Some of the subject matter has raised the eyebrow for me. Very, very interesting.
Yes. I will ask you which one. I won't put you on the spot.
Please don't.
They're all very interested. And this is not everybody that I use. It is some of the specialists or experts in the field that I do use.
So everyone that's going to be there is totally certified by the Fit Doc?
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
They've all been vetted.
All right.
Then there's more that's waiting for the next one. And the next one. But what I really want to do is we're going to take the show on the road, and we're going to go to at least 4 to 5 other cities and do the same thing. And
with that venue,
with some of the people that are part of the Fit Crew in New York, and we're going to go to other states and cities and have Fit Crews in those places.
You're always going to need a media person. So as long as we've been talking about this road show for
Here we go. I can't even get tickets to go to a hockey match.
As long as we've been together. So what you're telling me is Ted is going to be covered. All Ted has to do is show up, and then there's going to be plane, train, or automobile there. I just get in, and we just drive to the next location. This is going to be great. This is a real, town hall.
Yeah, we can discuss this after my invitation. That's not to the tavern.
Oh, we're looking forward to that.
Yes, and I was going to say, and then the day before, my church, Congregational Church of South Hempstead, they invited me to be the speaker for the Women's Day breakfast.
I'm glad the show didn't end. International Women's Day was earlier this week. This is Women's History Month.
Yes.
We had you on Women's History Month 2 years ago. You were highlighted. You don't even remember.
Yes, I do.
This is even before we were even here.
That's how I first met you, and you called me the wrong name. I didn't forget.
No, and you won't let it go. Just like, every other woman that I know. It's like, do you remember in 1997, Ted, you said, and I'm like, what did I say?
It's okay.
It was 21 years ago. What are you talking about?
It's
we still have those type of conversations. All right, I'll just leave it there. Listen, hey, we're going to have a great podcast this week. Danny Thompson is going to be joining us. I think we're going to do it Monday night. We're going to talk March Madness.
March Madness.
It's called March Madness Musings. I don't know. I guess I just was. If you look, I try to give a show each title, its own kind of crazy title, and you can kind of tie it back. You're like, why do you call it that? Or you just say no, and you're just like, he's crazed. Just let him just go. Let him go do whatever he needs to go do.
So who do you think is going to go all the way?
I do not know, because I didn't get to see the actual bracket because I
say Villanova.
No way. Why?
Because I like Villanova.
And?
One of my friends from high school, her son plays on the team.
Oh, okay. All right. That's valid. You wouldn't say like, Duke or UNC or anything else like that?
No. Villanova.
Kentucky?
Villanova.
All right. We're going to hold you to that.
He received the Scholar Athlete Award for
really?
So, Scholar and Athlete.
That's
gotta
beautiful.
Go for Villanova.
That is beautiful. Dr. Michele is going for Villanova. I will take a look at the brackets after the show. We're going to do a podcast this week to talk about March Madness and talk about college basketball, as a whole. Talk about the issues that they're facing, athletes not being paid, the firings, all the above, and I think that's we're about to wrap it up. But Dr. Michele, what's the best way to get in contact with you?
The best way is Dr. Michele. That's Dr. Michele with one L at fitdoc.com, and on Instagram and Facebook, FitDoc Michele Reed, Michele with one L, and the office number is 516-794-2200, extension number 8, and that is for MS Family Medicine. We see everybody. We have 2 locations, Garden City and Rosedale, and we take care of the entire family from birth all the way to geriatrics.
All right. I am the real Ted Hicks. You can't reach me by phone or plane, train, or automobile, or Facebook, or anything else, but you can find me on Twitter, the real Ted Hicks. I don't check Instagram.
You're on Instagram, though, too.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, but I don't check it. But other than that, Richie V, how can we get in contact with you? Oh, we can't because you're not here. That's it, folks. Thanks. Bye-bye.